This is my blog for best practices, education 633. As I did my research, I discovered that an assistant professor in the Department of Education Technology at Boise State University conducted a Delphi study to examine the common priorities of distance education. They examined 9 different priorities or priority areas for K-12 distance education and how they would affect distance education in the future. Of the 9 priority areas, best practice ranked second in concern only to evaluation of course design and delivery. As the author of the article, Carrie Rice, points out, decisions made at present will have a lasting impact on the educational system and students in the future. Distance education and online courses and programs operate in various ways, and every state has some form of virtual school in operation. The Delphi method uses a systematic approach to gathering data, and this study involved practitioners, policymakers, and those doing research in distance education. 29 participants from 12 different states participated. Extensive research was done in the 9 different areas. Best practices was the high priority in comparison of items rated high performance to very high performance. Questions regarding best practices involved 1. Defining characteristics of effective pedagogical and technical applications. 2. Identifying these practices in distance education. 3. Enrichment opportunities to stretch the curriculum through student activities. 4. Evaluation of course design and delivery. The best practice area was the second highest overall of the 9 different categories of pedagogical and technical applications. Some recommendations that the researchers recommended was 1. Professional development, 2. Student perception, 3. Student-to-student interactive in online courses, 4. Teacher-to-teacher interaction, and 5. Quantity and quality of interactions by using synchronous and asynchronous communication tools. As the author emphasizes, and I agree, educating the public about distance education is the most important area to consider in the use of technology in distance learning and in the use of technology in the traditional classroom. One member of the research team emphasized the importance of training teachers to be effective in teaching technology in either situation, classroom or online. Best practice is about the learner, the teacher, the content, and the complex interactions that result in learning. To quote Moore and Kersley, teaching no longer drives learning. Instead, teaching responds to and supports learning. In an article by Barbour, he focuses on 3 distinct areas: challenges, benefits, and limitations of virtual schools. These virtual schools benefit from minority, low income, rural, inner city, small school, and remedial or alternative learners. These limitations for these benefits involve high costs and stakeholders. One of the great hindrances of distance education and the pedagogical best practice is lack of training and acceptance of its use by senior faculty. Having used the on-ground brick and mortar modalities for 15 to 20 years, these senior faculty members have become comfortable with lecture and tests. Many are hesitant or unsecure with how to switch from on-ground teaching methods to online or distance education. One author, Jennifer Golightly, academic trainer and consultant for Pearson College, points out the success of distance education is to facilitate a program to train senior faculty to move from on-ground to online classrooms. She gives 4 guidelines for accomplishing this task. 1. Reducing the teaching workload so that these faculty can spend time developing their online courses. 2. Providing ongoing training by expert trainers. 3. Collaboration of distance educators and senior faculty. 4. Setting up mentoring programs with experienced instructors, instructional designers, and trainers. This will not be easy, but may encourage senior faculty to relieve some of their anxiety. With the patience and encouragement of outside support, the transition from on-ground to online distance education and its best practice can become efficient and effective. As an instructor of technology, I'm once more reminded that I will not only teach technology, but I will always be a learner of technology. As technology continues to advance, so must I learn it. My learning will continue for as long as that goes on. With each new advancement, the teaching strategies will change to meet the needs of my students. I'm eternally grateful for all of the research that continues to be done, especially in the area of technology education. And in closing, I'd like to say probably one of the best practices I've witnessed has been this course and also Education 639. Dr. C, I cannot thank you enough for demonstrating what true online learning can be like and what it should be like. The ability to adapt and to adjust depending on the circumstances that surround it, to always be open and available to your students. Again, I can't thank you enough for being a wonderful example and a godly example as to how Christ would have us teach in our classrooms as we pursue the area of technology education. And as I leave, the one who is taught in the Word is to share all good things with the one who teaches him. And that's found in Galatians 6:6. And as I think about that, Dr. C, I think of you. Thanks again, and I'm sorry this is so long, but I felt like it was important to share. God bless.